Really, let's get in the second part of first day. Okay, we are not over here to become to talk in a malicious way. If we come to talk in that kind of way or something like that, if you are recognize these kinds of things and this channel like incorrect, so you can even what judge in that way. You have the right to evaluate in that way. But most of the evaluation and judgments can come to what fell over here because we are teaching, we are sharing knowledge and wisdom through the channel in a proper way, and that's our duty and our responsibility. So we are over here, what not talking even just grandiose like that kind of way, So what we have to do over here, that everything are not over here are really irascible, you know so if you have that kind of mentality, in that case, what you can even people come to treat you in a impecunious way. So that's really that shows that you don't have temerity or something like that. In that case, you can even able to become a street person, so that is really matters to become a street person, so we are not here to talk on a rodolent way. So it is better, even we are not over here to talk on that way, but we have to talk. It can even be a really rodolent things. So that's why it is really necessary to be a really phlegmatic person. If we can able to become a phlegmatic person, so in that case we don't feel like diffident person, and no one will gonna treat you in a pejorative way. In that case, what you can become a really impetuous person, and that's also necessary if you are an impetuous person, then no one will come to deter you, and even they come to discourage you. In that case, they are not gonna affect your mentality or something like that, because you are a psychopath, and you will always work on your career, your aim, motive, purpose. You will say it no matter what kind of things are ahead of you, and that's your purpose, and that's your vision, and that's your strategy. So you won't gonna fail whatever is around you. You will just chase that things, and that's your only on half, and that's it. So even your journey will become really ineluctable, and then you will even you are gonna fail. That's situation is really ineluctable, and whatever you are saying through this channel or something like that, in that case, that can be really ineluctable, but you're not gonna care about that kind of things. You're over here to work on your progress, your growth. So that's why you are actually gaining, and you have to what uh so we are not what when not recondite anyone. If we come to officiate, uh like what how is how you are recognized and considering this channel and our speech, and whatever we are sharing among the teacher or learners, that can be you are assuming it's like recondite things. So if you are recognizing in that way, we are not we will but make you so wise, and you will have also uh, wisdoms to understand these kinds of things over here, so if we come to, if everything is really executable, executable over here, in that case we want to say sorry, because we are in the first stage of our learning and sharing our vision opinions. So that's why we want to say it. Nevertheless, we won't feel anything over here. So we will what provide everything is and everything over here in a proper way. So in a dynamic way, if we can. In that case, that won't be uh, obstreperous. So if that is not obstreperous, in that case, people will talk about the like positive things, and then and that's way that will be really appreciating, and we are also wishing all these kinds of things over here. So I want to say that keep go ahead, man. So keep going, so even it is really munificent, but also you'll make and bring a lot of things over here really munificent, and that's why that's really impressive. And over here you will learn a lot of things. So keep go ahead, man. If you are so sanguine person, in that case no one will help you and aid you in the future. So that's why never feel get stuck or something like that, even you are really a lugubrious person, for that kind of what emotional instability, or that's kind of mentality is within you. In that case, you have to break your that kind of lugubrious a rule or that kind of feelings. Only in that case, if you have that kind of control over your emotions or feelings, in that case you'll get success, and that's you deserve, man. So don't ever think that what you're just everything is here only, not you are not working on a traumatic things or something like that, and you are not even what you are just more bound your elimination or what termination. So that's not, man. You have to what working on a proper way, and I want to see you keep go ahead, man. Sometimes people can talk in a truculent way. Even in that case, you have to stay calm, positive. That's your decisions. In that case, that will prove that you are also a good person and moral and ethical things, and the characteristics is within you. And then you will also feel so appreciating on your own behavior, and that's why you will learn. You will keep going ahead, man. So that's our wishing. So even a lot of people are here aggressive and hostile. You will just neglect all their behavior, and then you will only in the process of searching their like goodness or what kind of features, what kind of moral and ethical features they dimensions they have. You will only talk in a proper way. That's your visions or something like that. I want to say you keep ahead, man. No, most of the people perception and perspective can't be sagacious. If that is not, even in that case, we don't need to worry about that kind of things or something like that. We can even make that really most of the things can be really obstruse or something like that. We are not talking about that kind of way. Even people are not saying what sagacious things over here. In that case, even in that case, we mustn't have to be so like anxious or restless. Most of the people we are going, and we are moving ahead towards positivity with our resilient personality, and we have to be. A lot of people I know, a lot of people are over here really ruthless, reckless, and cruel and cunning. Then how can we become really nice and lovely person? We mustn't have to be. We have to always have to treat us each and every person in the same way that whatever they have, how they had treated us, and what they have shared their feelings and that kind of things towards us, and that's it. you know so it's maybe like design genius things, but what it is not, it is better, like how it can be even be really egregious things, but we're not talking about only we don't have only that kind of egregious behavior. We also have positivity and that's some things over here, and then we want to say you guys keep go ahead, man. You will learn, and that's your vision and that's your mentality. So if you can, once you can gain all these kinds of things over here, in that case no one can what affect your mentality or something like that. So you no one can what no one can obviate except you. Any kind of devastating, miserable, that kinds of things, only you will be the alternative, and then we can like obviate each and every kinds of tough and that kind of situation from everything, from everywhere. So even people are really pioneers ahead of you. So but you have to emulate the conditions or that kind of things. Even people are come ahead of you, are coming, to exacerbate your conditions, your mentality, your physical health, or something that even in that your own mentality can exacerbate your physical and mental health if you are not stable, if you don't have control over your feelings and emotions. Most of the time your lust can what destroy your what full image, even in the community or society, if you don't have, if you get engaged in negative activities, something like that. So it is better to always have control over emotions or something like that. In that case, what you can able to elucidate each and everything in a proper way. Every matters can be elucidated by you in a proper, in an appropriate way. So if somebody come to talk in a pontificate way, and there is pontificating ahead of you, even in that case, what you can extrapolate that person might be like ethical and moral, but he might have something miserable dismal conditions. So that's why is talking in that way. So we must have proper visions or strategy. I said that's it. So that's how